Hey guys, this is Ryan with Mama Admission, and today we're going to talk all about co-ops. So, what is a co-op, first of all? I remember when I first started homeschooling, we did homeschool in preschool too for my oldest. So I homeschooled him, I guess, since the time he was like two and a half. But when I first started telling people that I thought we were going to homeschool, I did not have many friends who did such things, or I have no family members who do this. And so I obviously got the socialization question all the time. And if you have considered homeschooling or do homeschool, you know what I'm talking about. And so my answer for that was, oh, I've heard they have these co-ops. We'll join one of those. And so that was like, I felt like it was detrimental that I joined one as soon as possible, mostly just to get people off my back so that I could be like, see, look, he's still getting socialization. He's not going to be weird. Now, whether those were great motives, I don't know. But nevertheless, I did join a co-op our kindergarten year for my oldest. But the good news is we're still there. We still love it. So, first of all, what is a co-op? Because when I was telling people these things about, oh, well, we're just going to join a co-op, I didn't even really know what I was saying. I just heard other people say it. And so I was like, oh yeah, we'll do that thing. And so all that it is homeschoolers cooperating together, hence the name co-op. So this does not look one set way. There are many different types of co-ops. There are just social co-ops where you just have park days and play dates and maybe field trips, and it's just simply to make friends and to hang out, and that's great. Sometimes there are more academic ones where there are either just elective classes that maybe would be hard to teach at home, or maybe there's actual kind of some of those core subjects that someone might just be better at teaching than you are, so you just kind of want to give those to someone else. And then there's even unit study co-ops. We almost joined one of those, and that's where they study one subject for a while, whether it be like Pioneer Days, and they may take one day and read a good book that has to do with Pioneer Days. They might, then the next time that they get together, cook a recipe from Pioneer Days or do a science experiment relating to that. And then the next time they might put on a play or something like that. And then maybe the fourth week of the month, they'll go on a field trip related to Pioneer Days. So we almost joined one of those, and that's actually a really cool idea, I think. Then you have co-ops that are a lot like school. They're kind of maybe even a hybrid of homeschool and private school. And then you have some that are a little more rigorous and scheduled, and everyone does the exact same thing, more like your classical conversations. So there is no right or wrong way to do co-op, to participate in a co-op, but basically all it is homeschoolers cooperating together. So the second question is, are they necessary? Technically, no. I would say that joining a co-op or not joining a co-op is not necessarily going to determine whether you pass or fail at homeschooling. And especially if it's your first year, if you are overwhelmed at the idea of homeschooling to begin with, or if maybe you have you know, just really little tiny guys, and you're just kind of acclimating to the idea of homeschool, maybe you don't want to join a co-op right off the bat. But I will say it might be more helpful than you think. So there are co-ops that you just drop off your kids and let it be. There are co-ops where you have to be there, but you don't necessarily have to participate as a parent. You just maybe have to kind of be a hands-on, you know, just pay attention to your kids type thing. And then there's co-ops like mine where you actually do need to fulfill some sort of teaching role or some sort of helpful role. And so maybe if it's your first year and you have a bunch of tiny babies and you're just kind of getting used to the idea of homeschooling, maybe you don't want to join one where you have to be super hands-on and teaching all the time, because that just might be too much. But the help that you get out of co-op is, to me, well worth the worth the risk of adding something to your plate. And also you want to find one that is full of people that are kind of on the same page as you, whether you want a Christian-based one or not. Just make sure you're going to be around people who you're not going to have like major conflicts with. But yes, co-op is super beneficial. And I have 4 reasons why. So 1, the friendships are for sure my favorite thing about co-op. And I don't just mean my kids' friendships, I mean my friendships. So I joined co-op for my kids, like I said, so that people didn't ask me how on earth they were going to get socialized. Now I'm just like, whatever. But what I was amazed by is that not only did they make friends, but I made some of my best friends at our co-op. And I was not expecting that at all. I was expecting it to be a place where I would go and just have an uncomfortable several hours once a week, every week, and let my kids do their thing and just really be happy for them that they were doing their thing, and then go home and be glad that it was over. And that is so not how it turned out, thankfully. And so you get the socialization for your kids if you're worried about that, but you also get some really good mom friendships and family friendships. I have several families who are kids are all friends, and we are friends with each other, and so it just makes it really nice. Let's see. Number 2, the reason why co-op is so beneficial is the support that you get. So if you were like me and you don't know any homeschoolers, it's kind of a foreign concept to you, especially in your community, this is where you're going to find your people. So you're going to find veteran homeschoolers who know a lot about homeschooling and will be more than happy to answer your questions. You will also find people to just bounce ideas off of. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I would love to try this curriculum, and you can ask around, and there's probably someone who's tried it or heard of it. You can find people that you can kind of work with as far as babysitters and stuff. So I know us homeschoolers, it's kind of cool because we get to go do things when public school kids can't go do them. But also it can be kind of hard because sometimes you need babysitters in hours when people aren't really available, but other homeschool moms might be available. I have 2 friends that I'm thinking of in specific that often offer to watch my kids. I had one just do it today for no reason other than she wanted to, and it was great. And so you will find a huge support group if you join a good co-op. And number 3, this is kind of funny, but it gives you something to look forward to in the week. And so what I mean by that is not that your homeschool life should be boring and terrible and something that you want out of, but it gives you kind of a break in the week where, I mean, it is exhausting to get your kids all ready and get them to a place and maybe teach a subject and come home and whatever, but it kind of gives us just something different in the week. So our co-ops are on Tuesdays, so that just gives us, you know, Monday we work really hard at home, and then Tuesday we get a fun little break at co-op. Even though it's work, it's a different kind of work. It's kind of a more fun work. And then you come home and you can work the rest of the week then. And then number 4, one thing that I love about co-op is that my kids get the feel of a classroom setting, because they may want to go to college someday. They may want to, you know, get a degree in something, and they will have to sit in college classes and have to know what that dynamic, how that dynamic works. They will have to know, and it sounds kind of silly, but like how to raise your hand when you want to ask a question. They'll need to know, you know, how to relate to classmates and how to relate to a teacher that is not their parent. And I love that they have to respect and honor and listen to someone who is not just me or my husband. And of course they get that at church too, but it's good to get it at co-op in more of like an academic setting too. And so sitting under someone else's authority, I feel like has lots and lots of benefits to it. So to recap, is a co-op absolutely necessary? No. Is it beneficial? Absolutely. And I encourage you to look for one if you haven't already. You will find great friendships. You will find tons of support. You will find it's something to look forward to during your week to kind of change up the pace. And it benefits your kids by helping them see what a classroom setting is like and what it's like to answer to someone other than you. So definitely, if you're looking for one, check your local library. They usually know of someone doing a co-op. Check out Facebook, check out Google. But just ask around, and I'm sure you can find one pretty easily if you haven't already. So as I was editing this last video about co-op, I did think of one more reason why I love being a part of a co-op is that you get the ability to teach something that you're passionate about. So of course this isn't the case for every co-op, but if you are part of a co-op where the parents do have to participate, it is a chance for you to teach something that you might love that you don't get to teach to your own kids, or maybe that you just really love and are excited to teach to other people's kids. So chances are if you're a homeschool mom, you at least have somewhat of a love of learning and teaching, and so it just gives you an outlet to get out there and be creative and teach other people's kids. And it's something that I didn't realize would be a big deal for me when I started co-op. I knew that I loved teaching, but the idea of going back and teaching other people's kids again kind of bummed me out, because teaching my own kids was a lot more freeing and fun, I thought. But then once I got back into it, I realized that I really missed teaching other people's kids, and I got a lot out of it. I always had fun every co-op day, hanging out with other people's littles. So that's also something to think about if you're looking for reasons to join a co-op. And if you haven't, please subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.